Today, this is a piece of advice to all the farmers, mostly those that are starting. You get a lot of challenges. I can't blame you because you're starting, and you also need to do the right thing. But in that process, you end up losing. Let me tell you a scenario whereby a person is having over 7 to 10 consultants talking about goats. You get? Everybody is bringing a business plan to you. This is how you have to do it. This is what you have to do it. And mostly, actually, some of them don't even have a very good crew about breeding. You get? But because of business and they are land people, they've been in class for so long, they'll completely advise you, which is good. But I want you to avoid this. If you have over 4 people that you are dealing with and they are explaining the same thing, you are in trouble. First of all, I told you about the structure. There is, you are at the top there. You have your manager with you. Your manager have the sub-managers. That's a good structure. If you're there, you have a consultant at the left, you have another consultant at the right, you have other 2 that are mediating in the middle there. You don't know the dangers that you're really facing. And I'm telling you the truth, that system, let me repeat it. In the real structure of farming, if you want to be successful, be there as a director or CEO. Have your manager under you. Then the manager should also have the sub-managers, what we call the flock managers. But if you're there, the manager is under you, and you have a consultant on the left, you have a consultant on the right, you have sub-consultants underneath. I just pity you that you might not succeed. That's what I can tell you. Because everybody is trying to show that he knows, and everybody is telling you that he's the best, and everybody is coming up with a bill. The end point is chopping the money. Then, these people will not have spirit of working, but they will have spirit of making money. Farmers, this is my piece of advice. If you trust one person, first trust that person. If you see him getting off the grid, let him go and put another person. What I'm trying to explain to you is dealing with one person at a go. It makes more sense than dealing with many. You're consulting this, you're consulting this one, you're consulting this one. The end point, you will lose. And when you go on ground, you find that the ground is not clean. Or even the ground can be actually disorganized. Let me tell you one thing. It's like using 4 vets or 4 medical people. You go to this one, he has his way of handling a disease. You go to this one, he also has his different way of handling this. So this one will give you an advice, another one will give you a different advice, but all the cost is going back to your money. Piece of advice, guys, I want you to stick on one person. If it doesn't work out, leave that one, get another person. Even if you're going to do animal selection, let me tell you an example. For us, we go to South Africa, we only meet and understand the reason why we have gone there. We come back to Uganda and we trust the team to select. Then after selecting, they send and we pick them from here. Why do we do that? They have a name to protect and they know what they are giving us. If they give us a wrong one, we shall definitely complain back. And that creates a lot of effect on their names. So basically, some people, the reason why I'm doing this, I have a very good friend who really loves farming, but he has failed to start like properly because a lot of people are giving him this advice, that advice. But he started. But when you look and reach at the farm, everything is completely not properly well, because they have a lot of people to report to, can even release money until pay those people and they don't receive money. And if they receive that money, then there is no food. If the food is there, then there is no drugs. If the drugs are there, then the vet is not there. And you find that there is around 3-4 young men that are vets, and they are actually colliding. And that collision is not it's not going to crush anything else. It's going to crush the farmer's money. Why? You have the money, but you're having a lot of consultants, and they are coming up together. Everybody is showing that I'm somebody. So please, dear people, don't create that collision. Don't create that clash, because that clash is going to clash you, not anybody else. You get? So my piece of advice is, if you want to be successful in this, have your manager under you. Let the manager have the sub-managers. You are monitoring one person. Let the manager also monitor other people. And he's the one to recruit and chase or discard. That is his role. So pay him and let him have value for money. You get it? But the moment you disorganize him, he's also going to get disorganized. I'm telling you the truth. Just take an example. You are the leader. You have instructed. Somebody else comes behind you and say, I'm the boss. And he's also giving an instruction. What would you do? I want you bosses to put yourself in the shoes of those people that you employ. You are the manager now. You give instruction because your boss told you. Somebody else comes behind you and instructs. You find what you instructed to do is not done, but they have a backup that this one told me this. What do you expect? Will you feel in that position? 2, will you have that gut of working again? Or you will only sit and survive to wait for your money? Because the reason of working is money. Then the passion. So let our managers have passion by giving them full authorities. If you complain over something many times and is not acting, please, instead of doing that, play around, discard, let him go, get someone else that you think will work. Just take an example. You have issues like Hamis. I move up and down. Sometimes I have no driver. Sometimes I also have my own personal problems. The manager is calling me to tell me that the goat is diuretic. Then the herdsman B is calling me to tell me my goat died. Then somebody else is calling me to tell me, Hamis, do you know on your farm B or farm 4, you have lost 10 goats. You get it? On the way, even a border guy that always goes to my farm calls me and say, Mzee, we don't know what you're doing because your animals are looking bad. That is a total confusion. It's a total confusion that might lead me to fail or knock or hate farming. Think about it, my people. Let's trust the people we are dealing with. The moment you don't do trust. You remember the recent video I made? Some people sent me money even without meeting me, but they found it seated the way they didn't expect, because they paid me, but they found I did even extra. That is the kind of trust that we need. And a piece of advice to the young people, if someone trusts you with money, have value for that money. Then after having value for that money, make sure that business works. That's the only way. There is a lot of people that would wish to do business with us, mostly in Uganda. I don't know why Africa or Uganda, we have that blackmailing that all of us that stays here, we are thieves and we are living or surviving on other people's money. No, it is you and me that is supposed to erase that. You get it? Make sure that you do everything in a transparent way. Be clean and be clear. So basically, that's what I really wanted to give advice to the people that are starting, those that have been dealing with this. You know all this. You know all the crap. You can even look at somebody and know this is a liar. This is not a liar. But new people, whoever will come with an idea, they will think that this is the right person. That's the piece of advice I want to give this morning. I think you really understand it and take it as a serious thing. The reason why I'm telling you this, me, I've been dealing in animals for years. I'm managing and supervising over 100 farms. But the challenge I see here, I see it there. I break it, and most of the farms have stabilized because I've put in the skills. And those are the same skills that I'm trying to put in your head, you that is saying me, put it here and be successful. Let me just wish you the best, guys, and bye for now.